Morning, YouTube family. How's everybody today? January the 20th, 2022. I hope you're having an amazing morning. I hope everything is falling into place. I hope your kids are getting up and doing what they need to get done to help the rhythm of the house go real good. I just hope everybody's doing good today. We were supposed to get some snow. Um, I got up and looked out the window. I didn't see any snow. I was so grateful that there was no snow outside. So I'm having my big cup of coffee. It's in my Ninja cup. This is the stuff I make my fruit juices in. But for whatever reason, I started drinking my coffee out of this mug. Excuse me. I started this damp weather and your allergies, it just does not work together. And I started drinking out of this Ninja cup like over a year ago, and I've been drinking my coffee out of here ever since. I am a coffee drinker. I do enjoy my coffee. I had this big cup in the morning. That's a big cup. See, there ain't no little cup of coffee. That's a big cup of coffee. But I just drink this, and I don't have any more coffee during the day. I'll have a hot cup of green tea decaf, and then I'll have my honey and my lemon. Now the Wawa's giving it away, and they said we're giving away a free cup of coffee today. I'll go and get a cup or something like that. But now I think you have to have these rewards. Excuse me, y'all. I'm coughing, not sneezing. My coughs sound like I'm sneezing, but I really am coughing. Cause I'll be on the phone talking to my friends and stuff, and I'll cough, and they'll be like, "Oh, God bless you." And I'll be like, "Oh, thank you." I don't even explain it anymore, cause it happens all the time. So, cheers to you with your big cup of coffee this morning. It may not be as big as mine, but yeah, I enjoy my coffee in the morning. I have it in the morning. Now, if I'm not feeling well, I don't mess with coffee. I'll have tea, honey, and lemon. That's my favorite. Green tea, honey, and lemon. I have other herbal teas, but I won't drink those. I keep a big box of green decaffeinated tea bags in the cabinet. So if I'm not feeling good, I can go in there and, make me a hot cup of green tea, excuse me, until I feel myself coming back around. And I drop some cough drops in it sometimes and sip on it, If I come out and I'm real cold and my bones are real cold, I'll drink a cup of hot green tea too. So I hope everybody's having an amazing Thursday. Um, we're heading towards the weekend. We're getting closer and closer towards that mark. So that's always a plus. That's always encouraging. Um, I think what I'm coming on here for this morning is to ask you, as I have asked myself, have you assessed your new year? Have you sat down and taken a break from 2021 at the end of that year, or even up to this point, and assessed your year? Or are you just running into the new year the way you ran out of the old year without any assessments, any considerations, any thought over how did the 2021 year work for you and what you need or what you didn't need in 2022. It takes time. It takes you to get quiet. It takes you to pull away from the noises to assess where you want to go in 2022. Now, if 2021 was working perfect for you and you don't need to critique anything and everything just went so great for you in 2021, then I guess this wouldn't be to you. But if you saw so many different things happening in 2021 that you don't want to repeat in 2022, and we're still in the month of January, we're on the 20th of January, we got like 10 to 11 more days, 10 or 11, I'm not quite sure the number of days left in this month of January to assess how we want this year to go. Or we can put the blindfolds on and we can just run into 2022 and just do it haphazardly, like we did in 2021. And if you got haphazard results, that's what you're going to get in 2022. And Deborah's Quiet Corner was designed to bring you into a quiet place because we live in so much noise. You have the TV, you have the iPads, you have your spouse, you have your emails, you have your texting, you have your, your music, you have your children's voices, those that have children still living in the home, and we can't assess anything through all those noises. We have to be able to pull ourselves away, and we don't want to be quiet because when we get quiet, we start learning things about ourselves that we really don't like. We have to think about how we might do things, and maybe you had a conversation with somebody and it didn't go too well and you get quiet. You have to sort through that and figure out, well, where did I make my mistakes in that conversation? What did I do? What could I have done better? And we don't want to process. We don't want to be responsible. And quiet makes us responsible. Quiet makes us responsible. So we stay busy. We have our calendars already filled up for the whole year. And we're going to just rush through this year and just do stuff the way we did it last year. And a lot of us is going to look at the end of this year. You may not see it now, but when it's time to, and watch how quick this year goes. We're into January. Okay, we got 11 more months before this year is over. A lot of us are going to look back at the end of 2022, if we be honest with ourselves, and we're going to see that we did not grow. We just repeated everything that we did in 2021. We just went back. It was easy. It was comfortable. We didn't have to make any changes. And people don't even want to change. Change is not easy. But sometimes change is necessary. Let me say that again. Change is not easy. We get comfortable. We get in our comfort zones. This works. It's comfortable, so I'm not going to change it. Even if it's broken, if it's comfortable and it works, we don't want to put the work in to change it. But we have to be open to change because change is a part of the life cycle. And we do have to be able to adjust to change and be willing to accept change. And a lot of us don't like change. If we've been in that house for 30, 40 years, and God says, okay, I think it's time for you to move. I want you to downsize. I want you to not go and get that real expensive car right now. Keep the car you have. I don't want you to push for more children right now. This is not the good timing for it. Wait a little bit. We want it when we want it. We live in what you call a Burger King society. It's called have it my way. And if it ain't our way, then we have a big problem with it. So we just have to try to assess this year. I don't know how you assess your life, but as I get older, my assessments are important to me. Me assessing myself, I assess me before I'm assess anybody else because I got enough time to work on me. I got 23 hours to work on me, and I don't even have an hour to spare to work on somebody else. So if we want to go in the direction that God is leading us in 2022, we have to stop. Before this first month is over, you're going to have to sit down somewhere and get quiet. And you're going to have to assess where you are compared to where you want to go. And if you don't want to consult God along the way, you're going to find yourself in all kinds of mess that you're going to have to go back in and get straightened out. You're going to have to clean up whatever you done messed up. And some of us got to go all the way back to 2021. Some of us got to go back to 2020 and start cleaning up some of the messes we left behind. You cannot be productive. You cannot move forward stepping over a whole lot of mess. And we don't want to clean up our mess. We want to leave stuff sloppy. We can't be the person that God designed us to be over a whole bunch of sloppiness. We just can't do it. We want our own way. We don't want nobody telling us nothing. We don't want no sound wisdom. But we definitely don't want to hear nothing about the Bible. We don't want to hear nothing about God. People say, I don't want to hear that religion. And this is the same God that's keeping this world from falling apart at this time. But we don't want to hear nothing about it. And that's your right. That's your privilege. Because he's God and he's not going to even make you or force you to want to hear or be involved of the things of him if that's not what you choose to be or do. So, please, if you can, take the rest of this month and assess where you need to go. And in order to assess that, you're going to have to get quiet. And like I said, we don't like quiet because quiet brings out some stuff that we're not willing to deal with. And some of us need to go back and start dealing with some of that stuff that we need to deal with. Even if you need to get into therapy, you need to professionally. And I'm not a professional therapist. I don't have no degrees underneath my name. I don't have none of that. I'm just talking from living in this world for the years that I've been here, and I'm just talking from basic wisdom. Some of y'all need to go and get yourself a good therapist and go and dump all of that stuff out of your spirit so that you can really be who you were intended to be, not just for 2022, but for the rest of your life. But we don't want to do the work. We want to stay busy. Right now, some of y'all are looking and seeing what you can get busy and get what you can get into for the whole day. You want the whole day mapped out. We don't know what, I haven't even gotten myself ready for my day, realistically. I'm just having my coffee in my quiet corner talking to you. I'm hoping my day goes well. There's things I have to do. I know I have to make a run. I have to go and do some things this morning. I want to do it because I want to get back home. But I don't know how my day is going to run. I'm looking for God to be ahead of me, to go ahead of me, because if he goes ahead of me, I'm going to be okay. I don't want to be running in the front and he's behind me. I want him ahead of me because he sees ahead. We only can see what's in front of us. So we need him to go ahead of us and prepare our day for us, even though we think we're running it. We really think we're running our lives, and he lets us think that. We really do believe that we have control over everything that's going on in our lives. And if we realize how little control we really do have, we would be really upset if God showed us how much. If he opened up his heavens and said, this is how much control you have of your own life, it would shock you, because you really think, most of us think we are running our own lives. He allows us to do what we want to do. We're not puppets. We're not muppets, where he has these little strings up in heaven and he's pulling your strings. Go here, go there. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. And if you don't do it, he tightens up the strings. No, he's not like that. He gives you freedom. He gives you free will, but you have to be grown enough after you make those decisions and they don't come out right to take full responsibility for it. I have to take responsibility for decisions that I made that didn't turn out too good. Yeah, I can point the finger, and I did that in my earlier days. I'll point the finger in a minute. Well, if this person didn't do this to me and that didn't happen, I would have been able to get this done and I would have been able to do that. And that person hindered me and I had to go through this, that, and the third. Excuse me. We can come up with all of that, but that don't change the facts. Some decisions I made, they were stupid. They were just all in my flesh, all in my head. I felt like if it makes you feel good, just do it. Just go for it. Nobody don't like it. Oh, well, that's their business. This is my life, and ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can and cannot do. Been there, done that. But now I'm so hungry for God to be ahead of me and what I'm trying to do. Because if he gets involved, it's got to turn out all right. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. You're going to still have roadblocks. You're going to still have people come against you. You're going to have people that still ain't going to like you. You're going to have people that's going to just do stuff, and you're going to be saying, why would they do that to me? I didn't even do nothing to deserve that. You don't have to. Just live. You want haters? You want people that really don't like you? Just keep living. That's all you got to do is get up and breathe the next day. And you got somebody there that's not going to care for you. And you got to learn how to be okay with that. You have to get good with you. That's why I spend time with me, so I can be comfortable with me. Because if you can't be comfortable with you and be okay with you, you ain't going to be okay no matter what. And I have people, they want to move here, they want to move over there, they want to get a place over there. Guess who's going with you? You are. So no matter where you run, where you hide, no matter how much money you have, money ain't going to make you happy. It's necessary. We do need money to live, but it's not going to bring you any joy. It's not going to bring you no peace of mind. You can't buy those things. So some of us think the more money I get, the more money we put away, the more money I have, the more I can buy. And you buying stuff, but you see you're still empty at the end of it. Because money can't buy you peace. Money can't buy you love. Money can't buy you contentment. You can buy some temporary things with money, but it's not going to fix the real problem. And some people won't... Excuse me, y'all. I am so sorry for this coughing. Some people will go through their whole life trying to buy their happiness. And they're going to get to the end of this life and they're going to say, man, I had everything I wanted. I was able to buy all of these things for my kids. I was able to put them all through college. Look at all these name brand pocketbooks I got in the closet. Look at all of these shoes that I bought. Look at all of these name brand coats. We got 3-car garage outside. Every garage has a car in it. And you're going to leave, some people want to leave this life with all of that I just mentioned, and it's still not going to be fulfilled. So please, just take some time out of your busy schedule. Get to be comfortable with you by yourself. No noise. Say, look, family, if you got kids and a husband, say, look, husband, can you please give me an hour of just me finding a spot in this house where I can go and get quiet, because I need to do some soul searching. And I can't have any disruptions. And I know the kids are used to bargaining and busting into the room, and they're used to having all of my attention, but can you please, husband, give me an hour? And then you give your husband that space where he can go and sit alone and just do a self-assessment so that you can know where you're going and what road you're trying to go down in 2022. So you have about 11 more days of the first month of the year. I hope everything has gone as well as you expected. I know you've had some pit stops. I know you have some walls to go up. I know you've had some challenges already in this new year. But if you just take, this is what Deborah's Quiet Corner represents. If you just take a little time and get quiet. Maybe you don't want to do a whole hour to start. Maybe you want to do 15 minutes. And you just get quiet. And you just think. And you just clear your head and clear your mind. And you just sit there and you just assess where you are right now and where you want to go. Then you go to a half an hour, so you add another 15 minutes to it. Then you add another 15 minutes, you add 45 minutes. Now you add 45 minutes. I can stay by myself in that quiet spot for as long as I need to be there. And sometimes I do not get up from that place until I feel like I've assessed what I needed to go over and to find out where it is that I need to be going at that particular time. I just had a message flop up on my screen I'm not going to get up there. Oh, it just went back. So, like I said, this is what I designed Deborah's Quiet Corner for. Um, I would like you to come in. I would like you to share the videos. I would like you to share the content. I would like you to leave me some messages. I'm not a bad person. I go through stuff just like all of y'all. My approach may be different. The way that I approach things may not be what you're used to, but I do have something to offer. That's why I keep coming back on here, because I have something to offer to you. And I just feel like I would be selfish not to come here and share what I have to offer. And we're going to go today, at the end of this day, hopefully you can find 15 minutes of quiet time for yourself and sit quietly and start assessing where you want to go for the rest of this year. And you can't plan it out, because we don't even know what the next second holds.